But first, standing water causing growing frustration for some people in Menor.
The Rice Detention Basin in the northwest part of the city is supposed to prevent people's yards from flooding during storms. Instead, the ongoing project has some neighbors wondering when it will all be finished.
News 5's Olivia Fecto live in Menor with what the city and neighbors are saying about this project.
The project started in October and it's supposed to be completed by the end of next month. But neighbors here in Menor say it's an eyesore just beyond their backyards. The area between Chase Drive and Brooks Boulevard is supposed to help keep nearby yards from flooding.
It's supposed to look like just a hole with grass on it, and that's it. When it rains here, it'll flood that and not my neighbors or our yards.
Nina Lone says she thought the Rice Detention Basin was a good idea. A dry basin to collect stormwater and let it drain out slowly, keeping her yard and her neighbors' yards dry. But many of her neighbors are now frustrated with how it looks.
Really an eyesore for our home, especially mine and the other residents' backyards. Not a fan.
For Josh Algieri, it's not just the standing water and concern about mosquitoes, geese, and wildlife here. It's also about safety for his kids and others.
Because there's two girls that were taking the fence down, going playing in the water, and the depth of the water was varying between 1 and 2 feet.
The city engineer says the contractor, JTO Inc., began excavation work in October and finished most of it by November before taking a break for the winter. And the wet weather this spring has created problems.
We've been experiencing a lot of groundwater seepage into the basin. The original intent was to have the basin dry, or as close to dry as can be for the conditions, for the site conditions that are out there.
The city is now surveying the project to make sure the basin's elevations were right and cleaning out a storm sewer downstream to make sure water is flowing freely. The city engineer says the project is contracted to be done by June 28th, and right now that's still on schedule. But for neighbors here, it's a daily frustration.
I was trying to mitigate water issues on the street, but as of right now, it's not doing a whole lot but causing problems.
The city says if the contractor needs to make any adjustments to the basin, it could add a couple of weeks to completion. In Menor, Olivia Fecto, News 5.